Starting stream. Check. Testing. Michael Jackson, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Elvis Presley. Stream is starting. Retrieving your content. You are live. Hello! I am Anavultus. And welcome to the Anavultus and... sanitized? Wait a second. There's a problem. There's a problem. There's actually a problem. I'm not registering your audio. And I don't know why, because my desktop audio is on that. So let's... no, I've only got 2 channels. I only have 2 channels, okay? I only have 2 channels. This has never happened before, by the way. This has never happened before. Okay. We're gonna... let's see. Audio. Channels. Stereo. That doesn't make a difference. Desktop audio device. Device not connected. Let's see. Default. Apply. Okay. Say something.
Oh.
Hello? Yep, I can hear you now. Yep. Say something again.
It's your boy. I'm back.
Introduce
to be
yourself.
Purged all over again.
Yeah, purge, like Stalin.
Myself.
Okay, talk about the YouTube. All right, what's the deal with YouTube?
You always got to get the historical facts, you know.
Yeah, who's the CEO?
Well, to be honest, not much.
Not much,
right? Unless you were born literally yesterday, you've already experienced what is up with YouTube. It's going through its like 5th transformation this week of degeneracy. You know, the first one was when they started messing up with monetization.
Yeah.
The second one was where they pulled out pretty much. The third was the whole ad revenue crash. The fourth was when Jake Paul showed up.
Jake Paul.
Him and his brother.
Very edgy.
Yeah, when he showed up and completely f***ed it over. It was so amazing.
Yeah, it was not a fun time, I'm going to be honest. The Viner invasion, you know, Jake Paul, big on the Vines. But you know what? Let's be honest. If that's in your vineyard, I'm not picking that. All right.
I don't actually hate the Paul brothers, actually.
Yeah, I don't hate them either. I just don't want them, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Same as everyone else, you know?
Yeah.
You don't hate the children. You just don't want them to be in your life, you know?
Yeah, I mean, why would I hate the children?
You got to either protect them or abort them.
Destroy the child.
Apparently.
Corrupt them all. That's what they say. Yep. That's what they say.
So interested in, actually, is why is it always so ass backwards when they update their policies on YouTube? Like here's the thing.
Okay.
Logan Paul, okay, made that a Suicide Forest video. Okay,
Suicide.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and instead of copyright striking his channel, you know, at least once out of the 3 requirements you need before you kill someone, no, instead they just that video. By the way, that means he's still making money off of it. And before he took it down and then apologized.
Yeah.
And then what they would do is they would be like, hey, I have a cool idea. Let's take this guy who already has millions of viewers, fans, and little children who will pay him anything. And instead of punishing him, let's actually punish pretty much everyone else by literally doubling the requirements to make a living off of this pretty much platform by tenfold.
Tenfold.
And I'm like,
That's some big stuff,
yeah,
man.
because before it's like you barely like before, right? You need maybe 1,000, 10,000 subscribers and then regular views every month to get monetized.
Yep.
You know, because then at the very least you'd at least get like $10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's when it mattered.
I
You can't have monetization and have it be barely $1 every month. That feels like not worth it. You know, even if you're ranking up hundreds and hundreds of views, because bare minimum is 1,000. But now it's like you need 100,000 views and a
hundred
hundred
thousand.
thousand subscribers just to sign. It could be 10,000, but that still makes it tenfold. And if it's 100,000, that makes it 100 times worse, because most people can barely break even, especially here where I'm at. Most people can't make 1,000 regular subscribers and views every month unless they hook up on a trend
Yeah, the
or
Moroccan
get
market
sponsored.
on
You
that is
know?
pretty tight. It's kind of hard to,
Yep.
yeah. But
So I was like, so ass backwards. Why do you punish the one people who have literally nothing to do with this? And then they keep being surprised by advertisers pulling out. And I'm like, it's your own damn fault. You're literally getting rid of the equivalent of the 99%, you know, which are the mindless people who watch you for fun. Because, by the way, Google owns YouTube, so technically you have the top two platforms for content in the goddamn universe, which is Googling stuff and watching it on YouTube. Let's be honest, besides Facebook, these two are the only things you're using. Come on.
yeah,
You
well,
know, you don't go to Instagram or Reddit to get your content unless you're degenerate, which is, let's be honest, most of
yeah.
us.
Let's be
So,
honest.
yeah,
Let's not go on Reddit, and let's not even talk about 9gag. Okay, that's not okay. Um,
we can always talk about 4chan because you can always start arguments there. You know, they'll fight you for any reason.
yeah, yeah. I I'm actually on a Discord server where a lot of hot memes are passed around, and it gets pretty intense sometimes. Pretty intense. Certainly not advertiser friendly, um, because it gets political.
Advertiser friendly.
And
What
then
can
there's
those
there's
possibly
people
be?
with edgy political positions. Um, I don't know whether I would be considered one such edge lord, but I certainly have some edgy positions. Edgy,
Definitely a lord, just not of edginess.
yeah. The as I said, the Dark Lord and Archprince of this new age of intellect. That's who I am. That's me.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Yep. I am I am the next Karl Marx. How about that? Didn't think.
Well, at least they're not the next H3H3. That's at least saved at that point.
Yeah, H3H3. Have you heard about iDubbbz?
Hasn't heard of iDubbbz at this point, let's be honest.
Yeah, but have you heard about the recent situation? Okay.
Enlighten me.
All right. So here's what happened. Okay, iDubbbz, he's got a girlfriend. Okay, and that
Created that what is it?
okay
OnlyFans. Yeah, and then people got
OnlyFans,
salty.
so selling nudes on the internet. Okay, when she's in a relationship, and you know what?
You know, if I have to say one thing,
Okay,
okay,
okay.
I gotta commend the woman. She knows how to get the cash. You know, she knows how to milk the degenerates who are watching her, who will fork out hundreds of thousands of dollars, despite the fact that Pornhub, my boy, has
Well,
got you hooked up this month because of the quarantine. Check him out. You know, they got you that
okay.
50%
I
off
would
this
like to
month.
remind everyone here that this is a wholesome family channel. I do not
True.
recommend pornography
But
to anyone.
here's the thing, when it comes to wholesomeness, you always gotta remember to be wholesome means to stay woke, okay? And there is nothing more woke than savings, my guy, okay?
You know what? What's more
Trust me.
wholesome
Don't,
than being
don't
woke?
buy no
Okay.
OnlyFans. Just get on the internet.
What's
It's
more wholesome
free
than being woke is
everywhere.
being based. Okay. I'm traditional values guy here on this show. I know you're the furry. Okay, I'm the
Swear to
traditional
God, that'll
values
never
guy.
leave, will it?
I'm
You watch some old ass cartoons one time in the current era, and then people never leave you alone about it. Like, what the fuck? I just wanted to watch the original Thundercats. Can
Thundercats.
I
You know what?
not? Do
Fair
I
enough.
have to be
Thundercats.
labeled?
That's okay. That's okay. That's mainstream. That's not furry.
Before the shitty remakes, just like
Yeah.
they did with
But
the
but if
Teen
I
Titans
hear
Go.
but if I hear you're out at some convention and you're crinkling, let's be honest, somebody's getting skinned. Okay. But
Just remembered.
uh, but
You know what I just remembered?
what?
That hilarious ass Furfest convention happened a little that was so funny. I wish I was there. You know,
Yeah.
it's on it by any means.
What was so funny about it? Eh?
Mention that changed everything.
It changed everything. You wouldn't believe how much it changed.
You don't believe how much it changed.
Yeah,
And
I
you know what they
certainly
say
don't
about
believe it.
change? The more things change, the more they stay the same. And this did not disappoint. And the furries are once again retarded as they've always been.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. But I want to talk
Forgot
about
what the hell the name of the furry convention was, though.
rainforest.
I think, no, no, not first.
Furcon.
Most is the pool ball table or the swimming pool incident, which was hilarious.
Dashcon. YifCon.
Remember it. Hold on. I gotta go to my Lord and Savior, the meme master himself, to find all the dates. Hold on.
What, meme historian? Is that who it is? I want to know the identity. Okay. I'm I'm an I
Meme master.
I'm not an identitarian, but the the meme masters
Yes, I
above.
remember it now. It's the rainforest incident.
I knew it. Isn't that the one
Do you
where
know about it?
people were they were crinkling? Okay, so for people who don't know what crinkling is, it's when you're in a fursuit, and because it's hard to get in and out of a fursuit, you many people choose to wear diapers. Okay, so it's grown men and women wearing diapers, and of course they use the diapers instead of going to the bathroom. But the problem is that some of them at Rainforest were just leaving them around everywhere, putting them on people's cars and stuff, and it was disgusting. Okay, that's not okay. And there were children at this convention, and people were being sexually indecent and stuff. So that is not okay. Not okay.
For a non-furry, you are up to date on all the retardation that is going on. Respectable answer, you know.
Yeah, but back to iDubbbz. Okay, because
So you
people
gotta skip.
okay people are
Yeah.
going around, they're calling him a simp. Okay, um people are waiting for Leafy to come back. They're hoping Leafy will roast iDubbbz. And let's be honest, I'm gonna be honest here, believe it or not, I'm a Leafy fan. Okay, I know that that's
I
controversial.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, it's
No,
almost
no, it's completely understandable given your personality and the way you talk. Makes so much sense, actually.
yeah, it's almost as controversial as being a Hitler fan, but probably not quite as much, and certainly in a different way. But
Internet version, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Leafy is internet Hitler. No,
Apparently,
apparently, yeah. But no, obviously, bullying people isn't a good thing to do.
you know what
And
I think
as far as I
is a
heard, he
good
did
candidate.
apologize to the people that were negatively affected.
To be honest, right?
Yeah.
Uh, you want to know who's a good candidate for Internet Hitler?
Who? Me? Gazi Kotso?
None. No, come on, bro. You're actually decent, you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so no,
Yeah. Very
the
wholesome.
good person, the good person who can have that name with pride
Yeah.
is maybe, just maybe, Onision.
Um.
I'm pride in that.
Okay. Sure.
To me at
It's
least.
official.
And you want to know why?
Why?
You want to know why? I didn't believe it until I got hit with a message.
Message. All
A
right.
message that was so retarded, I instantly believed it and was even more surprised that it was true. You want to know the incident I'm referring to?
Tell me, man. Tell me.
One time, Onision did the unthinkable and unleashed hell itself
Hell.
by summoning the man, the legend.
The legend.
Do you want to know who the legend is?
Who is it?
Pedo Slayer Chris Hansen, okay? I
Chris
did not fucking
Hansen.
believe it
Holy
until
cannoli.
I literally saw a video of Chris Hansen himself walking up to Onision's house and trying to arrest the motherfucker for some pedophilic shit. And while I was not surprised with Onision being a bit of a creep, I didn't believe that we needed the Chris Hansen himself. I thought FBI's were good enough, but no. Apparently, they had to summon the man himself, the
Yeah.
pedo slayer Chris Hansen, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing we ever needed was for Mr. Gigi to hit him up, you know?
Yeah.
Hit him back up,
Chris
do a
Hansen,
remake of
very
the Predator
famous.
Chronicles, you know?
Always asking people to sit down right over there.
You
Not
know,
over
why
there,
don't you
but
just
right
have a
over
seat?
there. Okay. And Chris Hansen, also official Chris Hansen. I'm gonna level with you. There are a few okay corners of Reddit, and one of them is Arab Funny. And there's this guy, official Chris Hansen, on Arab Funny, who makes some pretty dank memes. But
You should give me some links. Check him out.
uh, now you've got me in an embarrassing spot because
You can't
Arab.
say no and can't say
Okay,
yes.
okay. Let's see. I'm gonna load it up for you. Arab Funny. Some of these aren't allowed on YouTube. Uh, Not because there's anything NSFW per se, but because it's just too edgy. Okay, it's too dank. It's too culturally incorrect. Maybe like that. It's the fun police has come in and said you're having too much fun. That's essentially what's happened. So I'm on Arab Funny right now. I'm gonna get top links of all time, and uh, okay, I'm not gonna show this in case YouTube is not okay with it. Um, Great Salman, our king. That's a funny one. Okay, so the number one post on Arab Funny is by a user called Arab Bazinga, also known as Real Chris Hansen on Instagram. Okay, and M Saudi, also on Reddit. But let me hit the top of all time, and these are some dank memes. Okay, not gonna lie. I think I've probably maybe sent you one of these before, but here I'll send you one in the Discord. Um, Arab Bazinga. Okay, I'm gonna be level with you. I think Bazinga is a terrible word to use because of its association with the Big Bang Theory, which is both fake and also a terrible show. Um,
To be honest, I never understood the laugh track, you know?
yeah, I mean, if you want a laugh track, okay,
Like,
why don't you watch a real show like Everybody Loves Raymond? Okay, better show 100%. Uh,
yeah, and if you want real degeneracy, how about you just watch the, what the hell was the name of it? Hold on. Saul, I think? No. Oh, hold up. You gave me a Reddit
yeah,
link.
yeah,
Let me
Reddit,
check this
man,
out.
top posts, man.
Shit.
I think the audio is probably okay, so I'll
Shit.
I'll play the video, and people might recognize what video this is.
Actual. I gotta respect the image, you know?
Yeah, you gotta
Homie has
respect.
some decent,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think they're definitely funny, but you can tell why they're banned on YouTube.
Oh yes, he is too dank, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit too
But
funny for YouTube.
I'm gonna hit him up with a follow. You know, he deserves all the followers
Oh
he
wait,
gets.
you have a Reddit account?
A long time ago, back during the Dark Ages,
Yeah. Are you on a
where
Are you a
I used
Reddit
to go on
furry?
Reddit, Tumblr,
Tumblr. Uh
and
oh.
even worse, the 4chan. You
Well,
know,
no, 4chan's great. The um,
to
but
you, but to me, it
to
was
you,
never good. It was never good to me. Okay,
yeah, you're
at
right.
least
It's
Tumblr
not good.
had all the good hentai,
Whoa,
but
whoa, whoa! This is
Reddit,
a family channel.
Reddit and 4chan, okay, and 8chan especially, they had nothing. Okay, they had nothing for me except realization of why my life sucks and maybe some decent memes.
Decent
But
memes.
that was
Okay.
more than enough
Yeah.
to
At
overcome
least.
the depression. Okay,
Yeah. At least it's not I funny. I think that's something
I
that we
funny
can all
was
agree.
never funny. You know,
Yeah, it's not funny. I mean, the moment you see an iFunny watermark, you automatically know that it's not funny. You're not supposed to laugh. It doesn't matter what the content is, because it's obviously a stolen meme and it's on iFunny, a cursed platform, very cursed. Unless it's an ironic iFunny watermark, in that case, it's sort of a spatial space time continuum inversion, in an inversion field, and then it actually becomes funny again if it's ironic. But if it's unironic, that's cringe.
I want to talk about something really ironic,
Yeah, yeah.
and is also a legendary dank meme and reference.
Tell me.
I'll tell you some real old ghost stories.
Ghost
All right.
stories. All right.
Do you remember the deadest of memes that is known as planking? Okay.
Planking. All right. Yeah.
It's a
I'm
one time thing. People fell in love with it for some weird ass reason. They did it everywhere and then just refused to die like my subconscious.
Well, some people actually died, but yeah, yeah.
You know?
They were it refused to die.
I was like, what does this have to do with anything? How does sitting on your stomach funny? But again, the internet's creativity is endless.
Yep.
Okay? Especially when it comes to the top 5 categories of internet memes, okay? And internet creativity. Yo, did you mute yourself, bro? Do you like accidentally mute yourself? Must have went to take that piss.
Sorry, I left you hanging. You know, I had a business call, an important business call from an investment guy, because as you may or may not know, I happen to be an economist, as part of being a political ideologue. And because of that, because of the economic situation right now, where stocks are down, and lots of things are changing, and people are taking out life insurance policies on me, um, I've had to answer an important business call. As
You know what's funny?
yeah,
If someone took a life insurance policy on you, right?
yeah,
How much do you think they will get?
not a lot, not a lot.
Question, like, how much do you possibly expect? The
Uh,
funny thing is, right? For
yeah,
most like YouTubers, right?
yeah.
Their equipment is somehow worth more than their own life. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen a couple fellow YouTubers who had like $1,000 equipment, like $100,000 equipment, and the life expectancy they had for their bills and when they was like trying to take some life insurance was literally a quarter of what they usually spend. And it was hilarious because I told them that if they ever died, the first thing people are gonna get is your equipment, not your life. You know, got robbers would be the best people against you. You know what I mean? Not your own family members.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk an even better and even older meme?
Older
Okay.
me. All right.
Yes,
Give it to me.
older meme. Now this one originated in hell itself. Okay,
Okay. Do me suvli.
and in one of the oldest Greek legends of the universe. Okay,
Okay.
that is refusing to die even now. The almighty League of Legends. Okay.
Cringe is hard on this one.
All right, now I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. It's even worse. It's even
Oh,
worse.
it's even worse.
It's the original shitty graphics filled World of Warcraft. All right. Yep. Yep. Getting hit hard, huh?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
haven't even heard the meme yet, and you're
yeah.
already shitting your pants.
Haven't even heard the
When
meme,
you know the dankness is over level
because
9,000,
everybody
right?
knows RuneScape is better. Even classic RuneScape is better than World of Warcraft. Let's be honest. But continue,
And
continue.
do you want to know the name of this legend?
The legend. Okay.
It is the one, the only Leroy Jenkins. Okay,
Leroy
and it
Jenkins.
just
Yep.
proves
Yeah.
it just proves that the internet is undefeated. Okay, where you can make a living off of
Living.
a 5 second clip and get back in the good old days where getting sponsorships and TD deals was even easier because that dumbass chick who I refused to name, it was actually young for once. You know, the one that gets all the new Vine stars on our show?
I actually have no idea who you're talking about right now. But all I know is
First,
Leroy Jenkins
I can't say it
definitely
out loud.
milked that meme.
It's so hard.
Yeah, milked it as much as you possibly could. Yeah, maybe one of a few good things to come out of World of Warcraft, in addition to the Yogscast, of course, a longtime fan. But there you go.
Now that we covered dead memes, YouTube crisis, and of course our own depression, I have a question.
Yeah,
Did that homie reply yet?
the homie, homeboy, homonymous. Uh, uh, let's check the homies. All right, homeboy. Let's see. Let's find the homies. Um, let's find my homies. The big Michael Jackson type homies. Okay. Let's see. I have to learn how to navigate Discord. I never know where to go.
I'm interested in how hard you're working at this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be the all-knowing gamer platform. How do you not know how to use it? You know?
I just don't know how to use it. Okay, it's just kind of hard, you know. Not
Just go to your friends list.
well. I would if I knew how to access it.
Holy sh! Okay, that's it's literally. Can I screen share with you to show you how easy this is?
Don't screen share. Okay, no screen cheating. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Oh, found it. Okay, found it. All right, let's see. Pending. It's still pending. There you go. Outgoing friend request still pending.
Apparently, your DMs aren't strong enough, so he still hasn't replied yet.
Yeah. Do you believe in life after DM? Because I don't think you're strong enough. Strong enough now. There you go. I intentionally put that off tune. By the way, people asking.
I gotta give excuses. You know, the best
I'm not
excuses.
giving an excuse. I'm actually saying that. Well, it is an actual legitimate excuse in this instance. Actually, maybe I am giving an excuse, but it is a legitimate excuse because I actually did intentionally do that out of tune. Because believe it or not, I can actually sing. I can sing.
Oh, yeah, you can't voice act. I am shocked.
I can I can voice act. I can sing. I can articulate. I can gesticulate. You can't see me doing it, but I'm doing it right now. But
Well, I can feel it.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
need to see it. I can
yeah,
feel the degeneracy hitting me hard as shit.
yeah. You can feel the hand movements producing tiny motions in the air, motions that have a quantum ripple effect on the rest of the universe. Um, as you believe gravity. That's it, gravity. Do you believe in gravity? That's a very mean question to ask. Uh,
You know, I have a legitimate question.
yeah,
Flat earthers, okay?
flat
All
Earth.
right.
Love that topic.
How does someone, besides the reasons I already know, which is that they're stupid or spoiled or intolerant, whatever, besides the genuine or general reasons, give me a legitimate, not already used reason for how do people not believe in stuff that exists at all times? What I mean by that is stuff like gravity, air, water. You know what I mean? Like the people who legitimately try to question scientific facts in the most stupidest of ways.
Okay,
Like, how does a person do that?
okay. Let me
I'll
break
give
this
you.
down.
Let's reuse the flat Earth example. How do you not believe in the planet when you're already living on it?
Okay,
Like,
let's break
can
this
you
down.
give us some context?
Okay,
I would love some
I'll give you an
context.
answer to this. Okay, let me break this down. First of all, science. Okay, the scientific method is a way to process information. It does not give you exact facts on whether something is 100% true or not. It is a methodology, and any flaws that exist in the methodology or in the execution thereof will, of course, be present in the results of it. So, in other words, you can't 100% prove things with science. That's not how it works. But second of
That's
all,
true.
okay,
There's got to be at least some leeway, otherwise the science will never progress.
well, it's that, and also people prove things in the past, and then new people prove that the people that first prove things are wrong. So
Which is why I'm not like legitimately hating on these people,
yeah,
right? Which is why I'm not
but the
instantly
reason why
saying
there's people that
no. So yeah,
believe in flat Earth, when a flat earther says he doesn't believe in gravity, He doesn't mean that he doesn't believe objects fall down, because objects do fall down, and most, if not all, flat earthers do believe that there's some force involved between objects and the floor getting closer to each other. Um, so it's not that they don't believe that things can fall; it's that they don't believe in what would be considered the gravitational fields and the theory as to how those impact the movement of objects, and and how that all works. Because and the reason why they believe that the world is flat, the reason that they start to believe that in the first place is because the world is flat in a way. Okay, it's, let's say, from the round earth perspective, the world is relatively smooth. If you compared how smooth the earth is, even with its mountains and valleys and stuff, to a marble, the world is smoother than the marble. And for that to be true with all the mountains, it means that the curvature of the earth is so slight that it's very difficult for someone to notice it, that the world is curved just by looking around. Now, there are ways in which you can measure that it is curved, and of course there's different flat earth models. Some believe that there does exist a curve, but that the curve at some point is inverted in a different place. uh, but I think one of the strongest arguments against flat earth is the fact that you can make a map of stars that ultimately has to be spherical in order to be coherent. What do you think?
I think you have given it enough thought and had a pretty decent argument, I guess, for it. So yeah, yeah, I see your point. It's pretty good.
Yeah, good point. Thank you very much for your deep and insightful response.
Is that ironic?
Maybe, maybe not. I think it's always great to have a discussion on things.
Yeah,
Um,
that is true. That's why we do this
but the
podcast.
the problem is,
And
okay.
yeah,
The problem is, a lot of people, when they try to refute flat earthers, they they go for things like quantum physics and criticism of quantum physics. And what most people, or at least most common knowledge people, don't know is that there exist multiple models for quantum physics. There exist multiple interpretations on how these things work. The Copenhagen interpretation is not the only interpretation. Um, there's
I
all
think the
sorts of
main
different models.
reason people want to use that is that they want to shut the argument down in a way that makes them look smart without having much of a comeback. You know what I mean?
Exactly. A lot of the
Because it's kind of like here. Let me give you a quick question. Okay, let me give you a quick response.
yeah.
Let's say something like the thing that parents love to do from time to time, which is like a gender reveal party, right?
Okay.
Take that as a concept.
Yeah.
Let's say you went, you got your ultrasound, you got your response, right? That it's going to be a guy or it's going to be a girl, right?
Yeah.
And then you have those family members who refuse to believe that, or sometimes even the parents who refuse to believe that because they wanted it to be different. And most of their arguments is similar to this, where one person just doesn't want to believe the facts or chooses not to believe them. And the other person just uses the common argument of if you can see it, then this is how it is, just to like instantly regret it. Because if you went deep into it, it leads to a completely different thing. You know what I mean? Kind
Yeah.
of like how sometimes that's not the real problem at hand. They just have some baggage they want to deal with, and this is the thing that tipped them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So it's kind of like that,
the point I'm
if you
getting
will.
to, though, what I'm getting at is how a lot of people that debate flat earthers, the attitude that they take is an attitude of the science is settled. Not only are you wrong for various demonstrable reasons, but you're also wrong in several theoretical ways because these are the facts that we know. But the problem is the way schools teach the more complex elements of physics, uh, it, especially when you get into quantum physics, a lot of it has to do with what is the primary and popular interpretation instead of actually looking at how people reach those interpretations and how there are different interpretations. Now, I'm going to be honest here. None of the major interpretations of quantum physics allow for a flat earth. So, that getting that out of the way. But yeah, when people start talking about uh, the speed of light being an immutable concept and questions about the idea of let's say the Schrodinger's cat experiment and questions of quantum immortality, that's when you know that they have a certain perspective that is the majority perspective, but it is by far not 100% proven, nor is it a good way to refute flat earthers because they can poke holes in the questionable elements of those theories because they're a lot less solid than, let's say, actually looking at the world and measuring the world in more traditional ways. Because people can go to space, and people have gone to space, and they see the shape of the world. And I think that's a lot easier to look at than looking at the gravitational constant and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much to add. You know what I mean?
yeah. But here's an idea, okay? What do you think about
Yeah.
GMOs? Okay, genetically modified organisms.
Asking for an opinion?
I'm asking what do you think about let's take this one step further, genetic modification of humans.
Ah, damn it. It's happening again. I have bad memories of this conversation.
Bad memories.
It happened before when I was painting one day. You kept talking about some bullshit and genetic alteration.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah,
But
I was like, in a good mood. And then the conversation started and I got depressed real quick. And now I kind of don't want to talk about it again.
okay, okay.
Can we just do that?
I'll get a bit more extreme here. So obviously the
If you want a
first.
quick response, I can give you a quick response. But
Okay,
other
quick
than
response. Quick
that,
response.
then
Give it
no.
to me. Give it to me. Do me super. Come on.
Okay?
Yeah.
Gonna talk about this conversation. Genetic modification, you're a bit too nerdy about it, okay?
Okay.
And I prefer not to get in depth with it, and we can just leave it alone, okay?
Okay. 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 Well, I'm not gonna go into the science of it. I'm gonna go into the science fiction of it. Okay.
God damn it.
Okay. So the first step is making
This
people.
is this is one of the few moments in life, right?
Yeah.
Where I wish I could just start drinking, because at least that way I can skip this entire conversation.
Okay. Okay.
But no, I
the
can't.
the first step is fixing, okay, people's genetic problems. But you know what the next step is? The next step is making people that are superhuman, okay? People that have everything, all, let's say in a video game terms, all their stats maxed. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but what's the next step after that? The obvious step is, because you can't max all stats at the same time, because there wouldn't be balance. The next step is to just not have balance. The next step is what I call human eusociality. So you've got ants, okay? Look at ants. With ants, you have the workers, okay? The soldiers, and you've got the queen, okay? And that's the general function of the hive, and of course reproductive pairing, etc. But what if you do that with humans? Okay, so in a society like this, the vast majority of humans would be completely incapable of having sex. Okay.
Well, you just ruined the
Yeah,
continuation of humanity. Way to go.
yeah, but
Look, let's be real,
yeah,
okay? People are more interested in making sex robots than curing cancer.
okay,
So
that's true.
no, all right? Right off the bat, you just immediately deleted all interest.
Okay, well,
Not from me, but from other people.
yeah, I'm not
Just making that
advertising this.
clear.
I'm not saying that this is a good idea. I'm just saying that this is something that somebody is going to try eventually, because the technology exists.
No,
So
it does, which is why I don't want to talk about
yeah.
this.
So what happens is, what you do is you specialize people, okay, for specific functions. So there's some people that are good at hard labor, but they're probably not very smart, and obviously they're not going to be reproducing. Then, but of course you might say, well, what about people's desire to have sex? Well, the answer to that is they're not going to have any, okay, because they don't need it. So it's going to be removed from their genetic code. So they're not going to have the. It's not that, it's not as if they're being repressed. It's that they're born completely unable to comprehend having sex. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Can't tell what is worse, okay? The fact that I fully understand everything we're talking about, or the fact that I can't stop it from happening, you know? It's just like an existential crisis.
Well,
You
this is
know
the future,
exactly what's
man.
happening at all times. You can never stop it. You just gotta believe or let it slide in, you know? So, you know what? I'm just gonna let it pass.
Yeah.
Continue with your fantasies,
Okay.
my homie.
Okay.
Continue talking.
And then there's some people, because most people aren't having any of that. Okay. There's some people that will be designed specifically to produce the gametes, or um let let's see, yep, the germ cells, the gametes, the gametes. There's, so those people will have that, but obviously because of random genetic mutation, they're not going to reproduce in the general sense either. What's going to happen to them is they're going to be harvested, and once they are combined, they're each every single one is going to be genetically modified and differentiated into a class. Okay, so for purposes of the imperfection of this design society, there are obviously going to be some that are not stage 3. In other words, these are ones that are the stage 2 of the genetic modification, where they're optimized multi-purpose units that are probably capable of reproducing, but those will be unable to well, no, they will be able to do pretty much anything. So they're the general purpose ones that are designed to fill in the gaps that the system obviously leaves while it is imperfect. Okay. And as the system becomes more perfected, and obviously this is a totalitarian system because it has to be, because essentially people aren't allowed to independently reproduce. That would be a severe crime and would destroy the balance of the society. Um, but anyway, I'm not saying that I'm in favor of this. I'm just saying that this is the ultimate extension and the ultimate optimization of human genetic modification. It is not a society in which people's pleasures are emphasized, but it is a society where people have elements of their biology removed and elements of their biology enhanced so that they are born and then raised to accomplish one specific task for the rest of their lives and enjoy doing it. And that is the human eusociality. Are you still there? He's still in the call, so he's still there. Okay, he's probably taking a break. He's not enjoying what he's heard. It's a tough pill to swallow, but obviously, what I'm saying is, it is desirable to remove genetic abnormalities.
What I
Genetic,
find funny,
yeah,
what I find funny is your reactions whenever you think I'm quiet. You know, no, okay, a couple of things. Number one, I'm
yeah.
always listening.
You're always
Number
listening.
two, no matter how big the pills are, they're never too hard to swallow, okay? Your boy
Okay,
got experience with depression and bullshit.
big pills.
And third, your ideologies are interesting, actually. They're
This is
pretty
not my
decent. They're
ideology,
pretty
but
in depth.
yeah,
Let's be real. If you're that into it, it might as well be. But yeah, it's a nice idea.
it's an idea.
You
Yeah.
know, it's an interesting topic. All I can say is that you have gone a bit too much on the crack, my boy, a bit too in depth. Okay, so I have a fun idea.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we can either talk about another dumb topic, like a convention I know about. Okay, and I
Convention.
watched on the
Okay.
news,
On the news.
or we can play a little game. You know,
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about
which one do you want?
convention. Huey Lewis and the news. Come on.
I have a fun convention to talk about, and one of the most horrifying ones I've ever heard about.
Horrifying. Scary.
You want to
Spooky.
know the name?
Okay. Come on. Give it to me.
Ashcon.
Dashcon. Is that a is that an MLP?
Oh, I almost want to say yes, so that way it'd be even more degeneracy, but no.
No.
Sadly, no. It
Ah,
was it was somehow worse without adding all the bronies. You know,
worse without the
no.
bronies. Holy cannoli.
It's a Tumblr convention,
Tumblr.
the very first Tumblr convention
Is that the
for
one with the
Tumblr
ball pit?
users. Yes, the one with the legendary ball pits, the $100,000 tickets, and somehow no one eating or drinking anything for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was funny.
and then someone peed in the ball pit. So
They had to go on a high note, you
I
know.
mean, no better metaphor for Tumblr I can imagine. Um,
Now you know why I stopped
that
using it. Okay, ever since
yeah,
it banned all the porn from its sites and
holy
it did
cannoli.
this, I just stopped following
Yeah.
anything Tumblr related.
Wow,
You know,
just
I
dropping those.
closed that chapter on my life and never looked back.
Definite Coomer here. Um, yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, nothing.
yeah, you're making new slangs there, man.
No, no, it's not
New,
my slang. Just
yeah.
saying.
It's the boomers, the simps. You know,
Yeah.
and now the coomers.
Oh, you don't want to hear about those.
Oh, I'm so interested.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So
Tell you what.
yeah.
You either tell me about the coomers, or I'm gonna shitpost all over the your YouTube live video with a bunch of Tumblr links, and I
Okay.
got them
Don't.
on deck.
Okay.
So
Don't Tumblr me. A Coomer. Okay. Come is a sort of okay. It's like boomer. Okay, but it starts with a C. Okay. Now it's it's based on the word boomer and on a colloquial word for the male ejaculate. So it's based on this idea that there's a culture, okay, of people that are addicted to pornography, and that this is ultimately become an all-consuming part of their life and probably bad for their health and their relations as well.
okay, couple of questions.
Yeah.
All right, how does one become addicted to porn? I don't get that as a concept.
Okay.
Second, how does it affect your relationships? I mean, I kind of get it with the basement dwelling permavirgins I've seen on Reddit, but like, and especially Tumblr, but I keep getting this weird ass feeling that you can't get worse, and then they get worse. And now I want to know how, because it seems physically impossible to get worse than this, and the internet found a way. So I'm like, how? How do you get worse than this? Okay, we already have No Nut November and Destroy Dick December. What else are you gonna take? You gonna start taking lives now? Like, I am so intrigued.
Okay. Okay.
Please explain to me the
So
Messiah of Tumblr retards.
okay. So the addiction element. Okay, because you asked about addiction. Addiction can happen to pretty much anything. Okay, obviously there's substances like you smoke a lot of weed, you might get a substance addiction to it, a substance dependency. But what matters for an addiction is what happens inside your brain. Okay, and if you are in a situation where you're releasing dopamine, you're releasing endorphins in relation to a certain stimulus, then you might have a psychological dependence to it that leads you to seek that out again. In other words, if you have something that you very much enjoy, then you're likely to do it again. Okay? But if it gets so much into your brain chemistry, it might come to the point where you have a desperation to repeat the experience. And that's where the addiction comes in, where it comes to a point where instead of having self-control, you end up letting those things control you. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. That was basically the definition and Wikipedia post of what addiction is. I know that.
Yeah.
My question is, how the hell do you get addicted to porn? I don't get that as a concept.
Well,
It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. How is there an addiction for it? What the fuck?
well, it,
You know what? Actually, I prefer no answer. Just
okay.
don't answer it.
Okay.
Just
I
skip.
mean, there's
Skip.
probably
It's better for both of us
a lot of websites
to
about
just skip
this.
it.
So
Hey,
this
somehow someone has links. Okay, I'll ask for those next time.
okay.
Now, here's my other question. Okay,
Yeah.
the word, besides probably on Tumblr. But like, who came up with that word? You know what I mean?
What,
Because
Coomer?
as far as I know, the Coomers existed long before the Boomers were even born. So I'm like, who first coined it? You know, the term.
Well, it started because of the boomer memes that came out recently,
Right?
and so someone made a parody of that, and
On iFunny first.
maybe on iFunny, could be on Reddit, could be on 4chan, could be on Discord. Who knows? Who knows?
At least that was fun. What else? Intriguing facts.
Okay, facts. Okay, you want a fact? Okay, I
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I I like reading history. Okay, okay.
Well, that's not a surprise.
Yeah,
I already knew
not a
that before
surprise.
we even met.
Before you even met. No, actually, yeah,
You can sense the historical facts flowing out of you, before you even speak.
yeah. Before I speak, it's an aura. Okay, so I've got I've
Yeah, just like mine with
it,
being retarded.
it's my
It just radiates off of the body.
yeah. It's this radiance that you almost go blind from the historical knowledge, the facts. You know what I
Or
like
bored
more
to
than I
sleep, usually the
Lamborghini
second one.
knowledge. But yeah, I like reading about conquerors, okay? People that take a lot of land and they take it for force, okay? They go in and it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you want. That land is theirs now, okay? Yeah, that's what I like reading about in history. It's very Chad, very Chad. Um, and obviously, there are very many conquerors in history, but one underrated example would be James Knox Polk, a president of the United States who invaded Mexico and took a large amount of their land. Great times were had.
I feel like that definition of yours. It's almost like you were there.
Yeah.
Times were had.
Yeah, great
It,
times were
it was
had.
fun. Everyone got pillaged. No one got any rights. You know,
Yeah, that
we
was
took all the women
before
and children. It was
yeah, that was
fantastic.
before the Hague Convention. So yeah, maybe there was some pillaging. You know what? Bring pillaging back in warfare. Who wants to go to war and not be able to pillage? That's very cringe, okay? That's
It's actually interesting. Who doesn't pillage anymore? Because I understand burning their crops, but not pillaging them, that's kind of a sign of disrespect. You know? You go to my land, challenge me to a war, and then if I lose the fight, you don't even take the spoils? Like, are my spoils not even worth it?
yeah, man.
You just wanted to shitpost me the whole time? A 5 year, 500,000 army loss just for a shitpost?
And think about the
I mean, I've seen
soldiers,
worse,
okay? Think
but
about
yeah.
you're a soldier, you're going in and you're fighting a war and all you get is is your regular pay and you might get some retirement money, but you can't enhance that. You can't just go in and say that's some nice gold you have there. Uh would be a shame if something were to happen to it.
you know, you know what's funny?
Yeah?
What I find funny about that is that gold is the first thing you went to. Not other stuff that could possibly be pillaged nowadays, like your houses, your family members, your internet passwords. No, the kind of stuff you would pillage nowadays. No, no, your gold, the
Gold. Yeah,
stuff that we
man.
know for a
I'm all about
fact,
that gold. You know, I'm
probably not even any left. Like, who has gold left in their house?
I don't know, go to
You
China. I
know?
know there's a lot of gold in China.
Because they pillaged everyone first, before it was even cool.
Well, no, they well, actually they did, but after that they just had a massive They had everybody else at a massive trade deficit, so they have a lot of silver.
And
Although
yeah,
later on that kind of
they,
changed.
they kind of downgraded from first place to second place. But at least they're not bronze, you know?
Yeah, all I'm saying is that if I'm going to Mexico in a war, okay, which is not going to happen, but if I were to go to Mexico in a war and there's some gold there, I would want to pillage that. Or even let's say some salsa, you get some family recipe. I'd pillage
I
that.
gotta get the sauce, you know?
Yeah, pillage that stuff, man. All's fair in love and war,
I
as
went
they say.
to a war, okay? If I went to a war zone
Yeah.
and defeated my enemies, you wanna know what the first thing I'm gonna do?
Teabag?
I'm gonna go to their Walmart,
Okay,
okay? Their
Walmart,
Walmart, and then go to their IKEA and Target stores,
IKEA, and Target.
and then either burn all their resources, okay, just for lols. Because at this point, I really want to know what happens if you run out of toilet paper and hand sanitizer before the world even starts a quarantine. That's an interesting little test subject, little test.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that I really want to pillage from people
Yeah.
is go to all of their skyscrapers, all right?
Okay.
Go to the highest floor
Okay.
and then just destroy every computer I can find.
Destroy them? That's
Yeah,
not
I'm gonna blow up every floor's every
that's not
computer.
pillaging, that's vandalism. That's very uncivilized of you. No, if you're going to
Well, true, but I
pillage.
can't carry all of it. So sometimes you gotta do destruction of property.
Well, no, that's what you
It- it-
get.
it-
That's what your prisoners of war are for. They can carry it for you, so that you don't have to.
True, but too much manpower. I prefer not to have any dead waste.
Uh,
You can afford to feed all of them.
no,
Which,
just
by the way,
yeah,
you might be able to if you. By the way, I actually have this as an interesting question.
yeah.
If you pillage, let's say, a village,
A
okay?
village. Okay,
Okay, you
okay.
take all of the residents as war criminals. I mean, the ones that are in servitude to you, not slaves, but technically similar. All right,
Yeah, yeah,
or to have them alongside your army
yeah.
and use their own resources to feed them. Does that technically count as pillaging, or is that just feeding them their own food? Because I'm always interested about that as a concept, where you pillage a village, you steal all of their resources, and then you give them half of it back, and you just say this is your reward for taking an L. You
Yeah,
know, because I've
yeah.
done that multiple times in war games. It's so much fun, but it's always weird.
Well, man, I don't know. You're getting on some complex levels there.
Yeah,
That's
some complex levels of philosophy and retardation. But okay, I guess we can leave that for next time.
yeah.
But before I leave you, I gotta ask one last question.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to hear it?
I want to hear it, man.
Okay, simple. Are you ready to get shit posted? Right? That's my question. Because I
Uh,
got your video right here, man. Right? So you just better prepare yourself.
you said you wouldn't.
I Yeah, but then again, what is a good battle if it isn't crossing swords with your enemies? Okay, and backstabbing them at the same time.
But on the live chat, did you know that you can't actually have links appear on there unless I approve them?
I know, but as long as it bothers you for 1 second, it did its job. That was the meme, cancerous memes. As long as you
Cancers,
see it, you're already scarred for life, so it's more than good enough.
scarred for life. Um, well, even if you put a link on there,
Yep,
doesn't mean I'll
trying to
look
scar
at it.
you, and this is the best way I know how. So are you ready to get shit posted?
I'm not ready, and
All
I
right.
can tell you,
So
you can't make
now I'm
me
trying to test
click
you.
on a
Will
link.
you quit out of your live stream before I post anything? That's my challenge for you.
Well, if
First,
if I quit out, then you can put it
your sanity.
in the regular comments, in which case other people can see it, and I don't have to approve it.
So I win either way. This is fun. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
But
Let's see, how many links do I got from 4chan?
then you can get
Ooh, I have
reported
some.
if it's a bad link.
Wow, so it keeps getting better. So, are you ready?
All right,
I got some
I'll just wrap
spicy
things up.
tumblemeans.
I'll just wrap things up. Thank you all for watching. If you have any
Okay,
ideas, tell us what your
actually, I
ideas
have a
are.
fun idea.
Okay, okay,
Do you want to hear it?
yeah,
Do you want to hear the fun idea?
yes. Tell me the fun idea.
Little game before we finish it off. Make something interesting.
A game. All right. What kind of game?
Yeah. Well, seeing as how I don't think either of us have enough resources to play the card game, okay? Why don't we play one of those old ass flash games we used to play on our earlier episodes? You know the ones?
Uh, it's sort of escaping my mind right now.
Oh, it looks like someone lost their brain cells real quick. You know the ones like Scribble IO
Oh,
and
Scribble.io.
Would
Sure.
You Rather and stuff like that. Yeah, want to do a little
Well,
fun
actually, I
play
wanted
with it?
to end the stream about now.
Oh, gotten too lazy. All right, we'll save it for next time.
Yeah, we'll save it. All right. I'll be seeing you all next time. Anavultus over and out.